Beginning in division play, we have AI and Rush Hour going at it for the first time this season. Rush Hour, obviously the top team and get good on the other side. AI not quite as strong this season. Ripping that triple tank composition. 2 triple tanks this year, but only one of them seems to be dominant. Logi Swords. AI on the other side have been struggling, much more so. However, they do have a few wins under their belt, so not a total loss. Go. Battle going to be underway here. Rush Hour does have that Orisa against that Brig coming out for AI, so very good pickup for Rush Hour here. However, Rama able to find Zen first. Okay. AI actually doing a great job here. They clean up Rush Hour, alright. Not what we anticipated at all from that first fight. So Rush Hour do get kind of cleaned up there, so good start for AI. Not anticipated at all, and Rush Hour's getting a little bit stuck in spawn. That's not a good look at all. Eventually they are going to leave the spawn. However, it's a very surprising start here. What is Rush Hour doing here? Okay, here they come. Gonna be out onto this one. Some trades going through. Looks like they're gonna favor Rush Hour this time around. Sigma able to pick up the Rhine, but he's eventually gonna go down, so AI gonna have one more fight in this one to win. However, on the other side, probably just gonna be one more fight to decide this whole point, so 88% built up off of just one fight win due to the way Rush Hour got stuck in spawn. See if AI can get in for another fight win here. Soldier getting stuck is not what you want to see though for AI if you are a fan of them. Soldier is eventually going to get out of that. Shatter not going to find anything. Rare miss on that Shatter. There's 2 shields he's playing into. However, trades are already favoring Rush Hour, and this is looking more like what we anticipated from this series. So the first fight, a little bit underwhelming from Rush Hour, but 2 quick fight wins, turn this thing around. Rush Hour, our AI getting a little bit stuck in spawn now. Sigma, only one going out. Should see one more fight, so we will get a 4 fight point here, I think. Oh, no, we won't. It builds up way too fast, man. So we won't get another fight here. Okay, so we're going to the next flashpoint. Have to see where that is. So only 3 fights determine that one. And the team that won 2 got the point. Now we're going to be rotating all the way around a junkyard. This one could be interesting, as Rush Hour is going to be able to take this thing first. At least position over the point first. Mine's going to miss that pin. Here comes a Meteor Strike. Freeze is actually kind of massive here. Be able to find, and the beat comes out. So basically Rush Hour just throwing out all their ults except for the Zen ulti and gonna take first cap here. So this is more so what we expected from Rush Hour in this one. Struggling a little bit on that first flashpoint, but the last 3 fights have gone in Rush Hour's favor since then. Yeah, looking for another engage here. I'm gonna get pinned out here. He's gonna go down. Ana gonna go down too. This is looking like 2 fights going the way of Rush Hour. Probably means they will just take this point. We'll see though if it builds up from 60% fast enough to take it before the respawns get here. I think it should, although Doom is looking like he's gonna go in pretty aggressive, so Doom might die for this touch. He is probably most likely going to, yeah. Ana gonna jump in here, probably ill-advised, and that will just be it. So Rush Hour going up. (2-0) here. On New Junk City. Yeah, I split up so much here. Rush Hour is probably just going to take full advantage of this. Ana's going to go down. Doom's going to fall next. And man, that was a horrible split spawn for AI. And this is probably just Rush Hour taking the map here in a 3-0 fashion on New Junk City. And this is why Rush Hour is so strong. Despite losing that first fight, since then they have been perfect. Probably only need to win one more fight to take this map and go up 1-0. Good start here for Rush Hour. Doom gets everyone with that punch. Here comes the Transcendence. Gonna basically shut down everything there with the Transcendence. However, the Ramattra ult actually coming in pretty clutch here for AI. They are able to win the fight off of this. And they do clean up. So, Holy Milkers managing to get the job, or not Holy Milkers, AI managing to get the job done. Going flashbacks to Season 2 once more. Rush Hour gonna have probably, I want to say, 2 fights to turn this one around. So they do have that Lucio speed. Zen's probably gonna fall here, so trade Doom for Zen. However, the side of Rush Hour seems to be sustaining through this a little bit better here. Gonna result in Rush Hour just coming right back in and taking this thing. So, by our standard, that does mean Rush Hour is probably going to win this and take the point, because I think they're going to start staggering in here, yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, he's on Zen, though. Oh, he did not quite clean up the Zen. Oh, Soldier gets him, though. But I don't think they're going to be able to make much happen after that. And that will just be it. Despite the late BAP switch, not going to be switch, not going to be enough here. Rush Hour is just going to take this 3-0 on New Junk City. Going up 1-0 in this one. Kind of what we anticipate from this matchup. However, you did get a couple fight wins for AI in there, so maybe you could look to steal a map in this one. We'll have to see. As we head forward to whatever the next map is going to be. Busan, okay, so another quick map. Get the series started. Rush Hour already in the lead, 1-0. No chance to go to match point here. The other side, AI, if they want to get back into this one, they're going to have to start it here on Busan. Try to tie this thing up at 1 apiece. Of course, you can drop it, but then you have to complete the reverse sweep, and you're not going to do that against Rush Hour. I'm sorry, I don't think that's going to happen. Right, we are going to see the Ana once more here. Gonna see a Rom. A Rom Rein rush. So we've seen this a few times before. It's worked out very well for Rush Hour when they do get this Rom. Don't think this is going to change up how the series has been going so far. I think Rush Hour are going to continue to be pretty dominant here. Have to wait and find out though. Can AI get into this one? Alright, Doom gonna be going for an early engage once more here. He gets a pretty solid punch. Gonna take out that pin, so we'll see Ryan pin for a little bit longer here. And wow, okay, Rush Hour's Rom is doing a lot of work. Soldier on the outside looking in. He does take out one. However, all that's left here is Sigma against Mei and Zen, so eventually Rush Hour are going to take that first fight. Just not quite enough work coming out from AI here. Sleep goes a bit wide. Doom getting in pretty deep. Gonna take out that pin. Zen gonna go down to Doom. And okay, looks like AI might, well, oh, nope, nope. Okay, wait. Doom and Sigma. So only this Mei left. And on the other side, they do have that Doom and the Sigma to take this thing, so they will eventually win a fight there. Bringing us up to about 45%. Alright. And here comes Rush Hour. Trying to keep a firm control over this Busan map. Here comes the Meteor Strike. Doesn't get any value. Will help to find this Zen. However, Ryan with a massive shatter. Going to result in another Rush Hour fight win. AI looking to get back into this one. They do have that Soldier ultimate to work with. Gonna have this Rom ult online soon. However, Doom just goes down so fast. And Rush Hour probably gonna just clean up this first point here. As AI does begin to stagger in. So very dominant showing here on Busan so far from Rush Hour. They only need one more point to go up 2-0 in this one. Kind of what we anticipated. As Rush Hour have been a very hard team to beat this season. Going to see the Mercy come through here for the side of AI. I think that is probably a little bit better than Ana. I don't know, the Ana bot and Overbots just seems to be pretty bad, pretty abysmal. See if this Mercy res can account for anything here. Zen gonna go down. Lucio gonna go down. So Soldier actually putting in some work here. And looks like AI is actually going to find this first fight victory. Once this Rein eventually goes down here, they will, so they're going to get the point. He's going to try to touch here. We'll go down for it. And AI is going to start ticking some points on the board here, so good start for AI. That soldier really coming in clutch in that first take. Rush Hour, of course, know what they have to do here. Rom getting absolutely shredded. However, Ryan going to be able to find the Mercy. Lucio's going to go down, though, to the soldier. Scrutiny of the soldier is something to overcome, as they do clean up that fight quite nicely. And AI is going to continue getting percentage on this point, giving themselves a fighting chance in this series against Rush Hour. Gonna see another fight here, though, pretty quickly with this Lucio. Here they come. Sigma eating up a lot of that damage actually with his shift there. Doom gonna go down. Zen gonna fall in retaliation. Brig's gonna fall. I didn't realize they swapped for Mercy. Rein putting in work here. Gonna miss his pin though. Can Soldier do something? No, he can't. So Sigma gonna be the last one to fall here. Building up the point to about 75%. See if AI can get back into this one. Ryan Pin gonna go haywire for this first engage. Lucio gonna go down to the soldier. That's a big first pick. Zen gonna go down. Does trade out the Brig, but I believe the trades so far are favoring AI quite a bit here. Initial trades. Gonna have this Mace stalling out for a little bit longer. She is eventually gonna back out here. 75 and counting, and May looking like she might just go in and die here for Rush Hour. So probably gonna see the last point here on Busan. May does eventually go down. Lucio gonna fall next. And now you're looking to engage with not very many members left here. Even with this ROM ultimate. Not going to be enough Zen coming up top, but too little too late. So Rush Hour actually going to drop a map here on Busan. Map a point on Busan. Going to go into the final point on Busan. See if AI can continue fighting for this one, or if they're going to go down 2-0 here remains to be seen. Pretty good point, all things considered, from AI. Did like that Mercy pick. The damage boosted soldier is putting in quite a bit of work against Rush Hour. Why triple tank is such a lethal combination in overbutts. Two teams ended up with triple tank compositions, and obviously Logi Swords are the better of the two, but AI has put up some good fights. Get some solid rosters. Ramping coming through, gonna be good onto the ROM. However, trade Lucio for Brig. Zen able to find Doom, and Rush Hour's winning these trades so far. However, Ryan's gonna go down here, and they do have Sigma. Okay. I didn't realize they swapped to Sig, so now they have Sig instead of ROM. So a little bit worse of a tank coming out for Rush Hour. However, they win the fight regardless. That extra shield. Kinetic Grasp. See if AI can stick it to him here. Ryan gonna pin off the map. That is a huge boon here for AI. Gives him a chance in this Busan. Trades going every which way, and eventually AI are gonna come out on top of this one. So 34% built on the board, but the 3 tanks of AI are still alive here. And AI will start building percentage, see if they can flip the script a bit here on this very dominant AI roster. Or Rush Hour roster, I mean. Big pin coming out from Rein, however Lucio going to go down. Zen going to go down next, so the trade's already favoring AI a bit here. And that is just going to be that fight, so AI going to pass Rush Hour in percentage here. They might just be able to do it against this team. I wonder if this could be a prelude to what we're going to see between Logiswords and Rush Hour. Because it does not seem like Rush Hour does quite enough damage to beat out even AI. But Mei going to be able to take out Bap there, however. Lucio going down. I don't know if that's going to have a huge... it might. Here comes the freeze. Going to get this soldier. However, Sigma, only thing looking at him at the moment. So live for a bit longer. This percentage building up quite a bit. Eventually, AI will fall, but they have 75% on the board here. They only need one fight, and they're going to swap to Kiri. That's a big support. However, she's gone. I didn't realize she was already pushing in. Oh no, Doom, what are you doing? Could be bad for AI if they stagger in like this, but no, Doom is going to back off. So, going to have that Ramatra ult to work with. However, on the other side, the beat going to be there. Also going to have Doom's ult, but he's very deep. He's going to go down. Not a great play from Doom at all. Okay, you're going to bait out that. However, Fire Strike comes through. And oh boy. Gotta hope Doom thinks better of this, but I don't think he is going to. And that might just be it. Stagger's coming in here from AI. Soldier gonna stagger in here as well, maybe? No, he is gonna back off, but there's 90% on the board. You need a touch. Can they get this touch? Or I'm looking for it. 96, so they will get it with Soldier. However, they're going to be shattered. Soldier going to go down immediately, and that's not who you want to lose. Rom and Soldier dying immediately. Rush Hour going to go up 2-0 in this one. Yeah, giving themselves a fighting chance here, but not quite doing enough. Rush Hour going to be up 2-0 in this one. They only need one more map to take the 3-0 here. Rush Hour just looking like the better team. However, AI gave himself a fighting chance, so can't be understated. See what the likely to be the final map is in the series. Eichenwald, okay. Headed to Rhein's homeland for Rush Hour to hopefully complete their 3-0. That's what they hope for, anyways. On the other side, AI going to come back into this and try to reverse sweep. Gonna have a Lucio here. Gonna see a Lucio Mir. However, the Hog is a huge pickup for Rush Hour. Yeah, I have obviously won a couple series this season. It's Snowdiff Onks and Moldy Milkers. However, they haven't had too much success against better teams. Triple tank, proven why it's such a dominant force that even some lackluster tanks can fulfill that role and get you some wins over some worse teams. Alright, here we go, Rush Hour. Looking to secure the 3-0. I'm gonna find the Sigma. I'm gonna go down here, and this is a good start for Rush Hour. Losing no members. So, I'm not going to commentate too much on the rest of this. It's just pretty self-explanatory what's happening. Rush Hour, absolutely dominant on that offense, though, as you can see. And I'm just going to go watch the reverse and see if AI can put up any effort. But man, it's looking like a massacre here.